So first we'll start out with the temporal lines, which can only be seen on real skulls. And they are these lines that are protruding from the squamous portion of the temporal bone along here. And the squamous portion is the top part of the temporal bone. You can see it on the inside or the outside. It's this layer. It's this flat portion of the temporal bone. The petrous portion is the bottom part of the temporal bone. It includes this space right here. On the outside, it's all this bottom layer of the temporal bone. So the zygomatic process of the temporal bone. The zygomatic process is the bone that it's projecting to, and the temporal bone is where it's originating from. So it's originating from the temporal bone, and the process is the zygomatic. So right there. Okay. Next is the mandibular fossa, which is these indents right here, where the mandible connects. Here's just like that. And the external acoustic meatus is pretty much the hole where your auditory is. I always remember it by acoustic, like acoustic guitar, sound. The styloid process are these skinny protrusions, whatever you want to call them, I don't know. They're pretty easy to remember. The mastoid processes are these really big lumps right here. I remember them by mass. They're really massive. Styloid mastoid foramen is in between the styloid and the mastoid, and it's a little hole right in here. The carotid canal is right in front of the jugular foramen, just to the left or right of the styloid process.
Good.
Okay, and in a real skull it goes all the way through, but in this one it doesn't, apparently. Okay, internal acoustic meatus. It's on the petrous portion of the temporal bone. It's right on the inside here. On a real bone, it'd probably go all the way through. The jugular foramen are these really big holes right here. They look like jelly beans. That's how I remember jugular foramen. And on the back side, they're just right here, just right by the styloid process. The temporal process of the zygomatic bone is pretty much the same way you described the zygomatic process. It protrudes to the temporal bone and originates from the zygomatic bone. So it's just this portion right here. The infraorbital margin. This is the orbit, the eye, and then infra is below, and the margin is just the edge. So infraorbital margin would be right here. The zygomatic arch is this whole area, this whole arch of the zygomatic. The nasolacrimal canal is right here by the lacrimal bone, and it's just this foramen right here where your tear ducts, your tears drain into drain out of your eyes. So